Do you want to kill your characters without killing them and increase the tension in your story? Then you've come to the right place. Because today, we're discussing 11 ways to hurt characters that don't involve killing them. Let's get started! Hey guys, Nour here and welcome back to my channel. For those visiting for the first time, hello! I'm the fantasy author of the novel Divinity Falling. Be sure to subscribe for weekly writing advice videos. Admit it, you love hurting your fictional characters as much as I do. But don't worry, there's nothing wrong with that. However, hurting your characters isn't synonymous with killing them. In fact, there are many ways to hurt your characters and increase the tension in your story without killing them. And here are 11 ways to do that. Number 1, they receive a short or long-term injury. Maybe they sprain their knee, or worse, they break their foot. Whatever injury they sustain, it ends up slowing them down and putting them in danger, because now they have a weakness. So, for example, if they're trying to get away from a killer, their injury might make that difficult. Number 2, something happens to scare or threaten them. Let's say your main character receives bad news, such as an explosion happening at their friend's house. They don't know if their friend was home at the time, and so they're naturally scared. And this causes them anxiety and fear. Now, this doesn't physically hurt them, but they are hurt because of all the stress. So getting scared or threatened can be its own kind of pain. Number 3, they are out of food and hungry. Let's be honest, hunger is a form of torture. Whether your character is stranded on an island and doesn't know how to hunt for food, or stuck at home during a snowstorm and doesn't have any food, the result is agony. Number 4, they get locked up somewhere. This can be any form of imprisonment or confinement. For example, maybe your character gets locked up in jail. This is definitely hurtful to the character, even if it's not physically painful. Another way can be getting locked up by a kidnapper. And another way can be getting locked up in a restaurant's walk-in freezer. This is physically painful and scary. Getting locked up is never fun, and it can add a lot of tension to your story. Number 5, another character tortures them either mentally or physically. Maybe your character is being interrogated using torturous means. Or maybe another character is playing mind games with them and gaslighting them. Whatever form of torture you choose to write, your character won't be enjoying it. Number 6, they get sleep deprived. Being sleep deprived can make people physically ill and mentally fatigued. So if your character is sleep deprived, they're more likely to make mistakes and be slow to react, which can be bad if they need to react quickly to get out of trouble. Number 7, they get sick. This one is straightforward. Your character literally gets sick, whether a temporary illness like a cold or a more chronic type of illness. Either way, this is going to cause some challenges for your character. Number 8, they suffer from a particular mental illness. Maybe your character has PTSD or anxiety. This can definitely make their lives harder. However, before making your character have mental illness, make sure you do plenty of research on that mental illness to represent it accurately. Number 9, a close character betrays them. Your character thinks they could trust someone, but that ends up backfiring on them. Their friend sells them out, or their love interest turns out to be a double agent. In the end, there's going to be heartache. Number 10, they get rejected by others. This one is great for stories about self-acceptance and growing up, but it can be used in all kinds of stories. Your character gets bullied by others, or gets turned down by their love interest, or maybe their friends ditched them because they've changed. There's no physical pain, but it's definitely painful. And number 11, they lose someone they love. I couldn't make this list without mentioning this. Maybe your character's grandparent dies, or maybe their friend gets killed by the person threatening them. It's an awful world, and your character is definitely hurt by this. So that's all I have for you today. As you could see, you could easily hurt your characters without killing them. I'd love to know, what's one way you've hurt your characters? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I put out weekly writing advice videos that will take your story to the next level. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media to see what I'm up to from day to day and to chat with me. And before we go, I just want to give a quick shout out to Sarah Frayne, Alan J. Early, and Noah Kovanti from my shout out tier over on Patreon, as well as all my amazing patrons. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate you. And remember, Nour for president!